Hey, what's up, people? Okay, I almost didn't do this because I felt tired earlier, but now I'm a little better. Oh, yeah, just another Sunday. Yes, well, what can you do? I've just been feeling really tired this week. Maybe because the weather is changing, has been changing constantly. Let's see. When will we get our first visitor? Yeah, sometimes it takes some little time. Today is pretty, depressing weather. Yeah, not as bad as it was yesterday, though. Yesterday it was really kind of cold and for July and raining. Yeah. Well, all right. Seems like we have somebody on the line. Yeah, well, no, and there it goes. There he goes, or she. The first ones never stay. That's weird. Yeah. Hello, hello. Hey, thank goodness. Hey, Andy, my good friend. Happy Sunday. Well, not too happy, but alright. The weather is not so happy, but next week it's supposed to get a lot better from Tuesday. How are you, my good friend? Yeah, yesterday it was like 15, 16 degrees. That was terrible. Today it's like 19. Yes. So something weird happened, by the way. It seems like, yesterday I think, oh no, it was back to work, all right. 2 weeks off. Nice. Why so soon? I mean, don't you have summer holiday? Only 2 weeks. Wow. Hey, Francisco, ¿cómo está? My weekend was pretty, nothing much to write home about. Pretty bad weather. But next week it's gonna get better. The weather. Muy bien. That's good. Yeah, so it seems like somebody blocked my messages on two of these streams. I mean, I think I know who, but I don't want to say. But yeah, on Mitra's channel and on Eugene's, I the other day, I think it was Friday, I couldn't see my messages. Yeah, Friday. Oh, all right, cool. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, hey, how are you, Mike? Great to see you, my man. As always. Salute. So yeah, anyway, what have you been doing, guys, this weekend? There have been some celebrity deaths also the last few days. Yeah, the footballer, him and his brother, they both died in a traffic accident. I actually today I got a visit from some friends, and this guy, a friend, told me, one of them, that it happened because they were actually driving like after midnight or something. They were in a hurry to get back to London. Hey, Yoshi, there he is, the little rascal. They were in a hurry apparently, and that's why the accident happened. The Iota, Tiogo Iota, yeah, or is it Hota? I don't know. Woke up 4:15. Oh wow! Went to the gym. Oh man, that's the time when I could only go to bed at 4:15. Never wake up. No chance. Yeah, and also that Michael Madsen died. That was sad. A really good actor who was in Reservoir Dogs. I love that movie. He was like 66 or something. Yeah, almost. I think somebody said he was 67, but I know he's not. He born in 59, so yeah, like 66 or almost 66 anyway. Yeah, that kind of came sudden, unexpected. I didn't know he had any problems or like health problems. Great video about fragrance addiction. Makes me want to sell. Yeah, I think I'm good there. Yeah, for a while I was in it also. I was pretty addicted, but not like sickly addicted. No, he's not Yoshi. He's 95. But yeah, amazing. Wow. I know this woman, like she's from the same place as I come from originally from, and she's like 93, and she always looked weak and frail, and since I met her, but her husband died long ago, like 2007, but she's still alive. It's amazing. Cheers. I don't feel like I'm in debt over it, but I have just north of 200 francs at this point. All right, 4 years, yeah. Well, yeah, it's been 4 years since I also started collecting seriously, like, well, four and a half, something like that. Yeah, I mean, we talk about, like Caboose and I last time. I mean, people say it's a luxury item, but it's only a perfume. But still, yeah, you can see why some people get addicted because it kind of gives them a feeling of, I don't know, owning something exclusive, especially when it's, or I don't know, when it's about perfume that are a little more expensive. Yeah, yeah, I mean, but I know for a while, like I was buying a fragrance like every other weekend. That was when I was at my worst, between 21 and 23. Yeah, something like that. For 2 years, yeah. I like to get stuff that I wear. Yeah, and then sometimes it's like you want them all. Like I mean, not all, but all that seem good. You see some fragrance, it looks good. The bottle looks good, and it's like a craving. You develop a craving. Okay, there are some new functions here. Interesting. People will buy used fragrance. Yeah, I guess so. I don't. I wouldn't really buy three fragrances, or have not bought anything from you. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah, I also really slowed down this year. On buying. Last year, I was still. Yeah, that was when I started buying the Electimus bottles, and also are. Well, this year I bought three of ours, and now the Zaharov, the latest one, of course, it's coming tomorrow, hopefully. Seraphim Musk. Hello, Mr. Smelly. How are you, sir? Yeah, I'm just really tired today, man. Designer fragrances even have went up in cost. Yeah, I noticed. I kind of noticed that. Majority of fragrance I buy are used of Mercari. People will sell them a quarter of the price. All right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do get good reviews. I mean, not all of those that I've tried, have been really my cup of tea, but yeah, quite many. And thanks to Anuj, he sent me those samples first, and yeah, they are definitely. I mean, for instance, I like Second Soul. That was the Justin one, and also of the Immortals from Z Creators. I heard, of course, now they are making the third series of Z Creators. Yeah, he's a fragrance healer. Yeah, he's a fragrance dealer, rather. Defense, no. Is that like eBay? Never heard of it. I don't know, why not? If they wanted me, if George wanted me to be one. I hear he throws really good parties. No, but joking aside, I mean, yeah, I guess they got, of course, a lot of hate, the Z creators, but no, it's all right. We can open with that, warm up, talking about them. Yeah, it's a good way of warming up. Since all we are all here because we like fragrances. Yeah, Bozaharov. Well, I think it may just be a US thing. Yeah, I mean, I told this once to Yoshi. If I could make a fragrance for myself, I think it would be interesting to kind of, there it is, Yoshi. Yes, I've always wanted to like recreate the smell of like the place where I grew up. It was near this river, and that would be nice because you could make several different fragrances. One would maybe smell like the flowers that grow there, right? And another would smell like the river itself, maybe, or yeah, would be interesting. There have been several, of course, many aquatic fragrances, but I don't think there have been any that are they are mostly inspired by the sea. They smell like the sea, right? So, thank you. That would be interesting, I think. Like, yeah. So, the notes, yeah, thank you, Andy. Would be like Green River fragrances. My company would be called that anyway. So one would be, of course, be like a floral, like, but not a heavy floral, probably. And another would be, yeah, kind of cheaper, woody and aquatic, river aquatic. And then a third, maybe, I don't know, patchouli, earthy kind of stuff. Yeah, probably. So yeah, I have grown to really like florals since like yeah the last couple of years anyway. I think what first did was that Panadora fragrance, Doracima that I got 23, yeah, and then also Palace Satine. I really love that one by Argus, and yeah, there are some really yeah some Christopher Walken there. Yeah, I really like those. Yeah, well, yeah, but we'll see. I hope I'm gonna like Seraphim Mask because if not, well, it's not too expensive, but yeah, it'll be a shame, because it's supposed to be one of the big issues by Zahar of this year. Yeah, it's pretty hyped. Maybe not as hyped as Precious Treasure, but enjoy it, Mr. Smelly. Of course. Have you ever bought a fragrance purely for a bottle design? No, I mean, maybe you can say Dylan Blue, yeah, slightly, but that was one of the first that I bought, so I was still, getting myself educated. I still think it's alright, it's just nothing special, generic. Really? Bizarre, right. That was very nice, yeah, of him. He just seemed like a really nice, generous guy, definitely. I think he's very good at, because most of his fragrances could cost a lot more by their quality, judging they have a really top kind of niche quality, but it's very generous of him to not put that price up, too high. And so, yeah, but it's very rare, Mr. Whiskey Reaper. Salutes. Salutes. No, thank you. Well, The problem with the industry, what is the problem? Tell me, please. What don't you like about fragrance industry? Come on, you tell me. I don't like that they make all these flankers, of course. That's one thing. And all the clones, I don't know. I find that when they make clones, they just don't smell that great. I mean, the clones that I have tried, well, let's say I haven't tried so many, so maybe I shouldn't talk about it. But on the other hand, they are there for a reason, because many of the fragrances are very expensive, too expensive for a common man to afford. So that's why for them, clones are, God sent, of course, God sent. So yeah, right. Yeah, I just have a feeling they are done in an uninspired way. They're just kind of copying the basic scent profile without really giving attention to the full detail. And yeah, pretty much. All right, don't ask me that again. I want to time out. This guy really is starting to go on my nerves. Listen, Reaper, if you're gonna be here, then I'll ask you just not to go too far, right? But don't ask me dumbass questions, please. I'm not in the mood today. So I know you are friends with Kay, but this is my stream after all. So yeah, yep. I always go straight to live enzymes. I mean, how many people do you have on your streams now, Reaper? Yeah, I was actually gonna do the boxing podcast today with Joshua, but I had some people coming over, so I told him, "Or let's do it a couple of hours later," and he was like, "All right," and then he just forgot about it. Obviously, well, what can you do? Gonna have to do it next week. Trump. This is a snooze fest. If you feel like that, then you know what you can do. What am I gonna do? Yeah, that's right. Well, I cannot do much if the chat is passive, right? Yeah, of course. It's not supposed to be some kind of big show. Didn't send them to Trump. What? Yeah, a lot of dust on my fragrance shell too. I gotta do some dusting soon. Lunch. You mean what I had for lunch? Oh, I had chicken and rice. Mike is a hard-working guy. We still need a fragrance tour one day. I think you had it already. Wow, man, many people are not here yet. Let's see if they show up. Now somebody came in. So, yeah, man, maybe, next week we'll see. Maybe I'll take a little hiatus from streaming because sometimes when you stream often, yeah, some streams can be a little dull, let's say, sometimes. No, I'm not bored. Once again, one of those K trolls has come in. Hello. I don't know if you are a troll, but it seems like it. Of course, I'm bored. I'm always bored. Except when I play my guitar or watch something I like to watch. I mean, life is boring, let's face it. No, I mean, now. Maybe a long time ago it wasn't. I'm starting to get depressed now. What was the last good movie you watched? A tough question from Yoshi. What was the name of that one with Dakota Fanning? It was kind of, it's supernatural, but it's not a horror. It's kind of Watchers or something. I think it was called about these creatures in an Irish forest. She gets trapped together with some other people. Oh, great! I love, I love me some Mike in my stream. Yeah, you know that one. That was all right. Yeah, I like her. She's a really nice actress. Yeah. Oh, Flash Gordon. Yeah, the watches. I watched that Flash Gordon movie way way back. When I was like 12, 13. I don't know if I was that old. Flash. Why makes me depressed? Gee, many things. All right, you go give it a shot. Don't flex too hard. Flash, not flesh. Flash, flash. It's just been, very tiresome year so far. That's all. And I can only hope it will be less so from now on. Yes. Yeah, so what happened with the DD trial now? What's going on? update with Yoshi. I don't know if I really want to talk about it on second thought. Okay, a porn. Yoshi, yeah. I like your Trump and Musk uh, sound bites. Well, that's the least he deserves. But yeah, so many of these celebrities, they are so protected, man. It's really hard to get them convicted unless they have killed someone and you have like concrete proof. Maybe I should play something. I don't know what. Hey, Jimbo, how you do, sir? I'm still recovering, also. Sorry. Whiskey Reaper, this is your last warning. Yoshi will time you out if you don't behave. Yes, no, they are not. Today it's a Sunday, right? Sundays are always slow. What do you expect? Like party, how do you call that? Playboy party, whatever. No, I don't. Do you? I don't really, sometimes it's best not to try to veggie hot dogs. Sometimes it's not. Oh, there he comes. Hello, Mike. Hey,
Can you hear
buddy.
me all right, bro?
Yeah, yeah, I
All
can.
right, cool, man. Yeah, I don't have the camera on right now. I might fix that here in a second. How you doing, brother?
I'm really tired, man. I'm exhausted.
Man, my ass is tired too.
I imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah, I woke up, man. So, I don't. We've had some really bad flooding in Texas. So, we got,
Oh,
I guess, what was left over of a tropical storm. I live in Central Texas, and I live near the Guadalupe River. That's one of the main rivers that run through this area. And like, if you were to go on Twitter or X and you looked up Kerrville floods, man, you're seeing like whole houses being being swept away. So it's been raining nonstop for the past 3 days. Luckily, I'm not like that close, but
mm,
I say all that to say is so I had intended, you know how I've been like recording outside and whatnot, right?
yeah, yeah. I know.
So I was gonna do that this more well today, and I was like, well, man, if it's raining and it's kind of a lot, to have to get all your fragrances, get your microphone, get everything set up, go on location, drive there, only to find out, okay, now it's raining. So I was like, well, the house is going to be empty this morning, so I'll just go ahead and record my video first thing in the morning. Otherwise, I'm just not
Mhm.
gonna get a chance to. So that's one of the reasons why I woke up so early. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
let's see. So
scary, really, with the floods, that stuff. Like we had like I think it was last year, not here, but not far from where I live. Yeah, that can be scary. I mean, there people lose their houses, and yeah, that's terrible, terrible shit, man.
let me see if I can turn on the chat. Let me see. I can't do the same thing. I can't look at the chat and like see the stream. I was trying to see if the hater Reaper was saying anything fly, but I guess you'll let me know.
Yoshi, Yoshi would like a fragrance tour.
Oh man, well, I don't have the most eclectic fragrance collection. I'll be honest.
Nah, don't
So
worry about it. If you want, you can show, but of course, you don't have to.
I know Boz hates the fragrance streams.
Yeah, I mean
Come on, Reap.
those streams that are just about fragrances. Yeah, I mean, I don't like those. Very dull for me, but yeah. Oh, is that Triumph of Bacchus? Or wow, yeah, baby, that's the real one.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
the real thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it
So
very much.
it's been a minute, man. Just doing a little bit of dusting. I cleaned the bathroom and vacuumed everything up and just kind of getting ready for the week.
Yeah, I don't hate frags really, but I don't like talking about them too much anyway.
You have a love-hate relationship with the community.
Yeah, I do. You can say that. Yeah. Just when I also make these fragrance streams, sometimes I'm like, what is there to say, about this? And sometimes after 5 minutes, I'm like, all right, that's pretty much it. I can't go any further. That's it.
That's how you know I got love for you, Boz. You don't really see me just posting up in people's live streams just in like random spots. Usually I'm like really selective in what I show. So I mean, not that I'm
Yeah,
anybody important, but I got love for you, boss. So yeah, I'll just kick it with you. I
thanks,
dig the
bro.
like I dig the chill stream.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, same here. I mean, even though I said I don't like fragrance streams, I think you have done pretty good, some good streams anyway. And
Yeah,
you also invite people that are not, pretty decent, and yeah,
yeah.
just
I enjoy the fodder. I know the fodder always gets more attention, but I think you know what I mean. Like I think a lot of people that watch my channel, just in general, they're not real privy to the live stream community, so they won't understand. They'll probably just be like, "What the hell's going on?" So
yeah, yeah. There's only so much fragrance to Naxos, nice. So you can have it. Well, I like Naxos, but I find it a little bit heavy, to wear. So
oh,
it, I guess.
this one's not Naxos. This one's
Oh no,
Renaissance.
sorry. Oh
Renaissance.
yeah, it looks like it, but it's not alright.
Yeah, it's a mint citrus fragrance. You want to know what it's very similar to, which I found out.
Yeah, mint
It's ve-
that can be good, but yeah.
it's very similar to this one. This is a vintage bottle of Guerlain Homme. Uh,
Mhm.
very similar to this one. So you don't necessarily need to spend a shit ton of money on this if you don't want to. This was something that I had my I had my eye on for a very long time before I bought it. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the one Sergio I would get. I think I will because it's a summer fragrance. It's a Dolce Amalfi. It's really gorgeous. Have you tried that one?
Pico de Amalfi?
No, Dolce Amalfi. It's by Sergio.
No, I haven't.
It's like
Yeah,
a little yellow bottle. Very nice.
no. I can't say. I don't have the most crazy collection, to be honest, man. Like, um, that's like we were talking about fragrance addiction. Like, I'm really selective actually in what I choose. Like even this one here, man. I didn't even. This one was one. Okay, so speaking about that website Macari. So I usually when I do deals on Macari, I kind of let them know that I have a channel, and he ended up, I don't remember what fragrance I bought from him, but he ended up sending me this one for free. It's just a partial, um, but
Mm.
I've never had anything from Soma perfume, so when I smelt it,
Oh,
I was like, holy shit, this smells great, but it smells like something very similar. Um, Turns out it's like very similar to Killian's Angel Share. But I mean that was still nice of him to send it. But this is kind of an expensive cologne, but I mean I got it for free. Um, and then
wow.
I would
Good
say
for you.
I would say only about 30% of my collection is niche. So I don't have the most like crazy collection.
Mm. Yeah, me, same with me. I mean, I mean the people like Ramsey here that Yoshi's talking about here and all those people. I think they wouldn't like my collection because I kind of tend to, when it comes to niche anyway, I
Yeah,
have the more kind of modern stuff rather than
yeah.
Guerlain's or Hermes or whatever,
Yeah,
Chanel.
I don't think Rich Mitch would like a lot of my collection, to be fair, but I
Yeah.
think Rich Mitch likes me as a person. So like he does a lot of gaming, and so there's plenty of times I just watch his gaming streams, and I've got to
Mm,
know him kind of, you know what I mean, a bit more one to one that way, because his gaming streams, they probably only pull about 8 to 10 people in the streams. So
yeah.
but I mean I played, he streams Red Dead Redemption, and I've played that game a bunch, so I've put a
Mm,
shit ton of time in that game. So, I Rich Mitch is cool, man. I've bought a couple fragrances based off his recommendations. I think he's a good guy, but again, I don't think he would like necessarily relate to a lot of my collection. He's not wearing, for example, Parfums de Marly. You know what I mean? He's
yeah.
not wearing
Yeah.
he's not wearing Greenleaf, for example.
No, no, no. He thinks that's shit. I know he said it.
Yeah, but on the same token, he would like something like this.
The thing is, yeah, yeah, of course. I'm watch checks out with Rich Mitch, Eugene, and Ramsey. I have noticed that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, my problem with Mitch is that when he doesn't like something, he just trashes it completely. Pretty much he calls it shite and you
I
name
wish
it.
I could see the chat. I'm just on my iPhone. I never stream on my iPhone, but yeah, he's a gamer.
Mm,
He's a gamer. Am he's played Red Dead Redemption 2 the whole way through, and then he started playing, I think,
mm,
Skyrim, but I think he didn't get into it, or he started getting into it, but he didn't finish it, and then he started playing Red Dead Redemption again. He just beat it for the second time. So yeah, he's a gamer. I don't know what he's gonna play next, but yeah, he just finished his second
yeah.
playthrough of that. But I like that because I can watch it passively, like while I'm
Mm.
working or whatever. It's not something I necessarily have to like uh pay attention to.
Yeah, that's one more thing well, I don't, I don't like watching gaming streams, and I'm not really a gamer, really, not like that. I don't play those games anyway, so I kind of like the smaller games, and yeah, like phone games and stuff. So, Pac-Man, no, I haven't played it since I was like a kid or something in the arcades. But I was gonna say something. No, I forgot.
So you can hear me all
Uh,
right, right?
yeah, 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 sure.
Okay, cool, cool. Because
So
I'm using
how
my
how long? How long do those gaming streams last? Like usually.
Shit, man. His last one, I think he was going for like 5 hours.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's well. I thought maybe 8 hours or something.
Well, five shit,
Anyway,
man. 5 hours is a long stretch. Like I'll play PlayStation,
yeah.
but I usually just play games that I can like play, you know what I mean, for maybe like an hour. It's usually like, you know what I mean, online fighting type UFC type game.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I also play as Yoshi mostly Mario Kart. How long have I been into tank tops? For about 3 years, 3 to 4. Yeah, we love Yoshi. I mean, also the character Yoshi, the original OG. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say, well, yeah. I mean, I like, for instance, which houses I really love and like Electimus, for instance. I actually, what was interesting? Eugene hadn't heard of Electimus until I talked about it. And then he actually got, well, a friend of his sent him a bottle, actually. So he couldn't say which one. He didn't know, but he said he did enjoy it. So that was a good thing.
yeah,
Hey,
I watch
Dennis.
I watch Eugene every once in a while, but he doesn't know necessarily who I am. I don't think he's ever really even acknowledged me in the chat, but I'm not really watching his live streams too often, to be fair.
Mm.
So
Yeah, fine. Is that live stream is pretty nice, like relaxing. No, Yoshi, not oud fragrances. Yoshi knows I'm not a fan of oud, really. Like rose and oud, yeah, I can do that. I can wear it, but just oud, yeah, oud heavy stuff I don't like. So,
see, this is a problem. See, look at this dust, bro. That's a problem. You know what I mean?
mm,
That's a problem, bro. That means like you're not wearing the fragrance. It's just sitting, you know?
mm. Yeah, I have plenty of rose, man, myself. So yeah, I did kind of overbuy. I admit, but yeah. And then I'm like, well, I haven't even used up these old ones. So, but that's like nobody uses that logic. It's not, nobody will say, oh, let me use up the bottles that I have first. Right. They just keep buying more and more.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was watching a video about fragrance addiction today, and it's like, you know, like you think about you buy a $300 fragrance and it's gonna last you if you have like as many fragrances as I have, it's gonna last you effectively forever. So like what's stopping you from just buying like a 10 milliliter of it and just
Yeah.
wearing that instead? Like
Why not? Yeah.
what are you gaining from having that fragrance that like is just gonna sit on your shelf for
Yeah.
all time? Yeah.
And by the way, I gotta say, I'm not a shill, you know me, but Electimus, they were really generous. After I had bought one of their full bottles, they then sent me a 10 ml of that same fragrance. So that was very generous.
Yeah, I've never smelt anything from them.
Well, I mean, I don't know, like, what is your favorite kind of fragrances? Well, let's see, what type you like? So
Well, I'm in Texas, man. So my favorite fragrances, the ones that you're gonna see the largest dent on, are gonna be the fresher
fresh.
fragrances. Yeah, like can that's something else he was saying in that video. You may have 300 fragrances, but at the end of the day, you're probably only wearing probably at most 50 of them. Like you're not
Mm,
wearing a lot of them. Like most of the time, you're reaching for the same ones. So.
I'm on payroll. Smaller bottles are better. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a little hard. It's pretty hard to use up 100 ml. Just 100. Let alone like 150 or something, 200. Yeah, well, in that case, the one there are a couple of Electimus fresh fragrances I can recommend you anyway. One of them also Yoshi happens to really like and own, and that is Oster. It's called Oster.
Oster,
Yeah,
austere. Oh,
yeah, no,
a a
just
a
I'm
u
gonna
s
write
t
it in the
e
chat.
r e.
Yeah, Auster.
Austere, austere. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a nice one. Also, there is a Celestial. That one is kind of fresh, but it's also quite strong. So maybe that's what you want, also.
yeah. I mean, I'm open to whatever, but I'll be honest, man. I'm really. Uh, oh yeah. So Dennis said your guest is right. I have too many frags, but mainly only use 30. It's the truth. I have a
Hmm.
shit ton of fragrances, man, but I always cycle. You know what I mean, to the stuff for the most part that's super wearable. Um, you know, because if I'm at work, man, I'm not gonna wear some super challenging fragrance that's gonna like blow up the whole room. I'm not an over sprayer. I'm not like one of those obnoxious people that need my scent bubble to like fill up the whole room.
Hmm.
If anything, that would make me self-conscious. So
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't really want to stand out here. I mean, maybe I want people to feel that I smell nice, but I don't want to go out there and like, hey, everybody feel the way I smell, smell me.
yeah, I'm already known as the cologne guy at work. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine because you said you used to own the Lacoste Essential. Mm,
yep. Speaking of which,
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
yep. This was the one, man, I used to wear like before I even had many fragrances.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah, it's fresh and like light green, has some floral rose. The rose is a little bit
Mm,
synthetic in it though, but it has
yeah.
this cassis note, which is like this sharp, astringent, almost fresh smelling greenness with the floral rose. It's light and airy. It's fresh without being citrusy. Yeah, man, I always have thought that this was a solid fragrance. Before I wore fragrances, like religiously, there was only two fragrances I wore, and it was these two. One for the summer, one for the winter. That
Mm.
was legitimately all that I wore.
La Nuit La Homme, yeah. I had one of them. I thought it was too strong. The orange La Nuit La Homme. And I forget the exact name of it, but I just felt it was. I liked it at first, then later on, I was like, no, this is too strong for me, too
Yeah.
sweet. So, yeah.
AM says he rotates through about 15 fragrances each season, and then he switches to a new set of 15 for the next season. So effectively, like he's not wearing like I guess half or whatever proportion of it is. Like a good portion of his fragrances aren't getting worn. So
Yeah, same with me. I also can say I rotate
yeah,
about 15. So, yeah. When do you not wear fragrance? Do you ever take a day off? Well, sometimes if I have sprayed a lot the previous day, it's enough, right, for today. So then I will not put on more. Those are the days I don't wear anything, let's say. But I'm still wearing it. It's just that it's old, old smell. Why you haven't seen? You're right.
sorry, boss. You can talk about whatever you want, man. I don't want to take over your stream talking about fragrances the
Ah,
whole time,
so
man.
right. The stream was going pretty slow anyway. I mean, I didn't. I just wanted to have a little kind of relaxed stream.
I
Not
feel
that
you
they
on
are
that.
not. Yeah, not that they are not relaxed otherwise, but
Yeah, my wife is downstairs watching a movie. I cleaned the bathroom and then uh yeah, figured I'd just do this and then call it a day, relax the rest of the day.
I kind of love freshies with a twist like Burlington Reflection, Elysium Oud Maracuja Bluetooth. Alright.
You got that fancy taste.
Mm,
That maracuja one had a bit of stank to it. I don't know if I would wear that obviously in the hot weather. But I smelt it at Neiman about a month ago. I saw that on Fragrantica. It was getting a lot of hype as like, you know how they do the end of the year or whatever awards.
yeah.
Yeah, it was on there.
Nice. That one looks nice anyway. I don't know how it smells, but
You've never smelt this one, boss?
no, which one is it?
This is a cheapie, bro. This is one of the most goated cheapies that exist.
Hmm.
It's Set Sail St. Bart's, bro. It's like a pina colada.
Oh, that sounds nice. Delicious.
Lime, tequila. It's like Virgin Island water, like a poor man's Virgin Island water.
Mm.
It's great, man.
Virgin Island water. I've tried that one. Yeah, that's nice. Creed, yeah, of course.
Yep. So what's new for you, man? What's going on with your channel, man? How you been handling all this newfound fame?
Well, pretty good so far. I mean, yeah, it's all right. I like the fact that I'm not, and probably never will be like really big or famous, but like, yeah, there are people that know me now, and not just a handful, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that feels good. Yeah.
I've never been featured on Oda Jerks. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, I think it's a good thing mostly.
Right? Yeah, I agree with that, man.
Yeah, like
Speaking about Second Soul, I ran through the whole decant, but I haven't bought a bottle. This was my decant of Second Soul.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it's a pretty nice, like men's fragrance, for going out at night. That's that kind of stuff. That those vibes. But yeah, it's pretty nice, fresh, masculine, nice collection. Respect. I have to clean mine also. Yeah, yeah, me too. Definitely.
Any what are your plans for the channel, boss?
I don't know really. I mean, for instance, Dan did say like I should focus on one thing. I have been kind of, my channel is about several things, not just fragrances or. Well, that's why I also kind of made a separate channel for boxing because I thought it was becoming too much, with all those different themes and topics. So yeah, now it's gonna be like mostly about these things like what's going on in the world and stuff, like, and but also about fragrances and fragrance community. So we'll see which ones go best, like get the best, yeah, response, whatever, and then
Yeah.
I can choose, from that which ones I want to, which kind of videos I want to focus on. But yeah, I don't want to give up fragrance videos for sure, but maybe there will be less of them in future. I don't know. Oh, nice. Yeah, that
Have you
actually
go ahead?
that's also a crest of the ancient crest of Bosnia, the golden lily. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
Bosnian.
that's an indie house called Hes Parfums. He's a good guy, man.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't have the most eclectic collection, but I never claimed to have the most eclectic, collection. I just
Yeah,
kind of
so I mean,
yeah.
it doesn't matter as long as you got what you want, like what you like.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm not embarrassed about my collection by any stretch, or
Yeah,
else I wouldn't be showing it on camera.
me neither. Like I would say, like I want to use the British slang, sod the snobs, screw the snobs.
Yeah. You can still
Like,
hear
I
me?
don't care if someone out there will say, "Oh, balls only has, crap, whatever."
Yeah,
Hey, hello, Lorraine.
yeah,
Thanks.
I genuinely, don't care about what people on in the fragrance community think or say for the most part, as long as they
Yeah,
don't like, they keep the family out of it. They can say whatever about me because I mean, no one's forcing
that
me to go like show my face online.
yeah, that's true. I mean, sometimes there's nothing worse than you go out there, you stream, you put on your own face, to put it that way. You are honest and try to be nice to everyone, and then suddenly the trolling starts. The trolls start to appear and yeah, make fun of you, and yeah, that really kind of makes you feel yeah bitter. Yeah.
Yeah, the only one that bothers me is when, and I shouldn't even give them the whatever you call it. But sometimes when they create burners, like I smell burners, and then they're like dropping the N word in other people's live streams, and then I have people
Oh
hitting
no.
me up, and they're like you got a
Oh
burner,
yeah.
or some people think it's actually me. We've had conversations about this before behind the scenes. I told you about that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, you did.
and it's
Yeah,
just,
that was
and it's,
terrible.
yeah, and that's the only stuff that kind of bothers me. But again, it's like it is what it is.
Yeah, some people want to ruin it, ruin everything for you. I know how it is. I've had the same thing going on for a while, and it's just, people don't have, just that could never have a channel of their own because they don't have anything, to say or show. So
Yeah,
instead, they pick on people who do have, yeah,
yeah. And
something.
it's like, bro, I got a good life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I have my own house. I have a hot wife, a good job. You know what I mean? A hobby
mm,
where I get to connect with people. So at the end of the day, I don't really like stress about it too much. So I
yeah.
know most of the people that go online and troll, those are people that obviously they see something in you that they wish they had or could do, and they just project their own like hate that they feel towards themselves.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I mean, sometimes they are jealous of, like for instance, take Ross. Let's say he has a lot of these connections with some not fine houses, and stuff. So they are jealous of him for that, and that's why they really take him down the worst way.
Yeah. But what they
Like,
don't understand is like I'm like actually probably one of the more genuine people in this space. Like if I like you, you know what I mean? You'll know. If I don't like you, you'll know. Like I've always kept it, you know what I mean? Like
mm,
transparent and honest with you, boss. Never,
yeah,
we've never had any issues.
yeah, and I could tell you were honest. Of course. I mean, if I knew you weren't, yeah, I wouldn't wanna, do any collaborations to put it that way, or have you on my stream, of course. So yeah, but yeah, I've had a couple of disappointments, and maybe so, but I don't want to talk about it. Just there have been a couple of people that have been on my streams, but then later on, kind of backstabbed me in a way. I found out they were maybe talking about me in a way that I didn't like on other streams, and that stuff, kind of having fun at my expense. So,
Yeah, well, here's the thing, boss. As I've also told you behind the scenes, like when you're starting to make waves or get attention or gain momentum, people are going to talk about you. That's just natural. And
yeah,
that's, one of the worst things, effectively, if you want to have a presence online, like the worst thing is like if nobody talks about you. So,
yeah, yeah. And I know how that feels. Like for a long time, I was trying to push my channel, and nothing happened really well. I had only a few, really few people who supported me, and where's Yoshi gone? Indeed, he's gone to find some watermelon to eat. Dan is okay. I miss his getting drunk stream marathons. Those were fun.
who said that?
Dennis,
Dennis. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. For some, yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day me and Daniel will have a talk. Uh, I don't think he has a very high opinion of me. But things
Well,
are. It is what it is.
yeah, I mean, Dan and I are also pretty different as people, like, image wise and all that, of course. But I think he's got a respect for me
Yeah.
anyway. So,
I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? That he
mm,
found. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Companionship, and I mean that's the natural
That
progression of life, I presume.
Jimbo is throwing bombs here. What's everyone's opinion on Mr. Smelly hurting George, the fragrance apprentice? I
What's that?
rather not. He says,
So
"What's
what's everyone's
everyone's?"
opinion? Hurting George the Fragrant. You want my opinion, boss?
Yeah, right.
Do you or
No,
not? I want to respect your house, man. But
no, you can say what you want. I mean, just
so
of
so
course.
this is the part that's confusing to me. So I don't know if you were around during the whole stream wars with um Dan and if Dan's, I don't know. Again, this is something I'd rather just talk with him about, but I mean, it's like 3 years old at this point, so it doesn't matter. But it seemed, at least to me, from the outside looking in, I thought it was all just kayfabe. I thought it was like, you know, characters creating, a drama for people in the community to consume and enjoy. Do you see what I'm saying? Like everybody
Yeah,
was kind of gonna get entertainment out of it. But
yeah.
it seemed like he Dan got his feelings hurt about it. Like you said, people talking in other streams about you. At the
Mm,
same time, I didn't understand at the same time how somebody could be so in retrospect, how somebody could be so sensitive about that when they in fact have a burner account on a Oda Jerk site that's literally designed to talk crap about other people. So it seemed like,
yeah,
okay, well, why are you being so sensitive about somebody saying something to you? Because it seemed
yeah,
like that was where the rift with me and Dan happened, that got he got tight about me, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Consuming other streams such as the Mafia streams.
Well, Dan says, "I think you are a good person. I smell. There are no bad feelings. I might have said something rude to you once, but it was all part of the
Yeah.
crazy."
And I like the stream drama, and that's and we could I would be open to like sharing the stream. I feel like I do have something to offer in a stream in general.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I'm not the most shy person. I'm outspoken. uh I've been kicked off of a stream multiple times from Dan's, but what he doesn't realize is a lot of it was by design. Like he kicked me off the stream one time for playing PlayStation, and it's like I knew he was probably gonna kick me off the stream, but I mean, it is what it is.
who is Kim? I think he means K. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So as it relates to the whole George thing, I mean, uh, I think George is, as most wrestling is, he's a big wrestling fan.
right.
Some of it's theater, and some of it draws on, personal feelings. So, I mean, he's just
Mm,
channeling it, and he's making people talk in the fragrance community, which ultimately is a good thing because it can be kind of dull sometimes. There's only so many ways you can talk about a top note, heart note, you know what I mean, and a bass note.
Whiskey Reaper wants to hop on.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Because I'm a top tier guest. He wants to come in here and and talk in
Yeah,
his funny little voice. He'll never show his eyes though. He'll never show his eyes. You let him know I live in the light. He lives in the dark.
yeah. He loves the cats. My dog is infatuated by Dan.
No, like Dan's like, you know what I mean? He was very influential as it relates to the whole live stream like pop-up, and I knew that that's the direction things were going to go, which is why I made it a point to hop on his streams so early, and it undoubtedly did kind of stimulate the channel, but it only stimulates your channel up to a certain point. Like at some point, like your channel's not going to grow anymore. You'll get like, about 30 subs, but after that, it's like because this is like a niche within a niche type deal. Like
Hmm.
the live stream community is not that big in terms of like fragrance people. Even people in the
No,
chat, like when you see the chat, it's not booming, it's not ripping, and like to the point where you
no.
can't see what people are typing. So it's like, come on now, none of us are a big deal in this space.
Yeah, very few. There are a couple of streams, maybe fragrance streams that have a lot of chat action going on, but that's like
Who?
that was
There
like
who?
you know
There's not a single one, brother. Like if you go to other
yeah
communities, if you go to other communities, the chat's going so fast that you can't even see like what people
yeah
are typing. And that's all I'm saying. There's nobody in this space. Um, I can't think of a
yeah.
single person. I can't think of a single person in the live stream community that does live streams that has 100,000 subs or more. Do you know a single person?
No, I don't think so.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, what was I gonna say? It's just I don't really like DDLD, but I agree what he said once that people don't really want to see or watch people talk fragrances. Well, not many people, so that's what he said. Or maybe I wouldn't agree totally, but yeah, I mean, there's gotta be a little drama or something like it, some kind of fun, other
Exactly.
than than just going, yes, this is mine, Burlington, whatever. I feel it's very nice and yeah.
Give me a
I
second. I'm
was
gonna go. Give me a second. I'm gonna go kiss my hot wife. Bye.
all right. Aromatics did a stream on the
Oh
chat
no.
so
Are you getting them
fast.
shorter? Oh.
Where are
Oh,
you,
okay. All
Reaper?
right.
Aren't you gonna
Love you.
hop on? You don't have to really, but
Reaper.
Reaper, what's
Reaper. See, Reaper's problem. And Reaper's funny sometimes. I'll give him that. That's why I like to rib
uh,
him because he can take a joke. He'll give it back, and I'm not a pussy, so I'll take the joke back. But Reaper fancies himself to be more important than he really is. So that's his problem. So,
yeah,
but then again,
I
he's harmless. What Dan called him like a schnauzer, right? He's like a min pin, like a miniature Doberman pinscher.
now he's chickened out. Come on, Reaper, don't chicken out on us.
What
It's
the hell?
it's straight dookie. It's bologna.
Straight dookie. Yeah, it is what it is, brother. Like I have a very stressful life as it is, man. Like I
Reaper
have like real life
bottle.
I have real life responsibilities. You know what I mean? I kind of
Mm,
use the whole fragrance live stream thing in a way as an escape. So it would be like a net negative experience if I was to like when I turn off the stream, I'm like super stressed out about it. So which is why
mm.
that one time I told you I took a break because it's like at the point where it starts becoming, you know what I mean, a burden on me. It's like, what's the point? I never got into this to make money because there is no
Mm.
money to be made in this.
Nah, no serious money really. This has become a dog chat now about schnauzers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there are very few people anyway that make any kind of serious money in this business.
yeah. But I
Kind of
mean,
maybe
you're
Germany.
bringing
Yeah.
excitement. Let's read this. Reaper fancies himself so much he went blind from him. That's why you don't see his eyes. It's because he lives in the dark. It's because he lives in the dark.
Yeah, what I am good maybe for drama because when I have an issue with someone, I never just let it go by blow quietly off or away. I don't know. But I like to kind of clear, you know just talk it out, but really just no bullshit, no, yeah, just facts. I I I just love to settle a beef, kind of
Yeah,
not quietly anyway. So
that's why. Is that why you were calling yourself Boz the Reconciliator or whatever it's called?
Yeah, now I feel like reconciling like most of recommending because I feel like a lot of people kind of fell out for wrong reasons, probably. Yeah. There was a
Yeah,
lot of competition, and jealousy and whatnot. Like people dividing into camps, of course.
very tribalistic. The fragrance
Yeah.
community, and that's one of the things I hate about it. And that's what I realized from 2022 is that the community is very tribalistic. If it can't just be entertainment because people take it too personal. People take it too personal and
Mm.
they make it too personal. So if you like go on this one stream, all of a sudden now you're the op for this other stream and vice versa. It's weird, man.
Some beefs can't be settled. Well, I guess not. I mean, depends. Like if they go deep, yeah, of course. Reaper can be very funny. I don't know. Can
Yeah,
he?
I'll give it to him. He can be funny sometimes. He makes me laugh. But he's obviously, you know what I mean. He's obviously,
Yeah,
playing a role.
yeah, that's true. He's
Do you,
kind of a one trick pony, you might say. I want Boss channel to get big enough where I could box him on a Jake Paul undercard. Oh, I got that one. I went to school. Hmm. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Well, I was quite disappointed when I tried. I went to first time. I was like, "Is this what all the hype is about?" Like, I couldn't get it. Yeah, never. Don't think Reaper is funny. No, I mean he's funny, in a kind of juvenile way. I find, like a 17, 18-year old would be. So, hello,
what's good,
Caboose.
Boost? What's good, Boost?
Yeah, he was on my stream last time. We had a really nice conversation. Then his phone overheated, fortunately. Yep.
Whose
If
phone
you want,
overheated?
yeah, I can drop the link for Boost if he wants. Yeah, I don't like streaming from my phone because of that. And but sometimes if I feel too tired, I do that. I think that's the one. Oh, intense, right?
Yeah, I just featured this one in my video, which it's like a vast difference in terms of size. So obviously
Mm,
we're this one more, but I haven't featured this one in a couple years, so I went ahead and featured that one in the video I recorded today.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that you do record those videos outside. That's a good thing, like in the park, and yeah, it's
Yeah. Well, I didn't do that today, obviously, because the weather's been shit in Texas for the past few days. So, um, yeah,
the potato sack. Whatever makes you happy, Arxel.
we are not Boz nuts. I thought we all agreed as Boz followers that we would call ourselves the potato sack. Do you take that personal, Boz, when people say that you look like um a potato?
Well, not anymore, anyway.
Yeah,
I did at first. I mean,
just just love yourself, bro, because people,
yeah,
when I first got in the community, they talked about my ears a lot, but it's like, all right, bro, that's
yeah,
like the low hanging fruit. Come on now, like you don't think I've heard that like a million times?
yeah. It's just people have to call you something, when you're out there, when you have your channel and are
Yeah.
doing well enough, Wow, 18 people online. Hmm. Yeah, maybe you could call yourself the boss fries instead of French fries. Or, yeah, whatever. We
Yeah.
all love boss. Jimbo, that's not a nice comment.
What's that? Let's see.
He's doing the K. Don't mention the K word. Nah, I mean, me and Karen are, we've made up really, so everything's fine between us now. Thank
Exactly,
you.
Boost. Exactly, bro.
Mm. Yeah, if you react, it just goes worse. They just tease you even more intensely. So
And if
yeah,
you can't, and if you can't laugh at yourself, bro, it's like, come on now.
I've seen people on a subreddit called Channing Tatum Potatum. They call him Potatum. So do you think he's upset over that? Like Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Their French fries weren't made in France, but in Greece. Well, that kind of makes sense. Greece is very old culture. They are pretty big in my country also, and everywhere in Balkans. DLD and France are one in the same. Two channels with great editing, great production, great writing, but they are being acted out by people with no charisma, like ability. Yeah. Yeah, and when DLD he has the hat on and the sunglasses and the beard, like what's it about? It's like
I'm
very
not
like
I'm not throwing shade at
stoner image.
DD. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, it's pretty much like a little too chilled even image, like stoner image or whatever you want to call it. So, but that's my opinion anyway.
Does DD, and I'm not trying to throw shade at DDLD, but does he even make content anymore? Or like what? I haven't seen him like in a couple
I
years,
have
right?
no, I have seen him recently on all the jerks actually writing
Uh
comments.
so I'll be honest, I don't frequent Oda Jerks that much. Like
Mm,
you already kind of know what you're gonna get on Oda Jerks, right? You're gonna get
yeah,
like a
yeah, they
shit ton
are
of like Ross porn, and it's
always.
like, yeah. I mean, every once in a while, Sweet Milk does something that's like worth the watch, I guess, because there's a,
Mm.
a level of creativity, I guess. But at the same time, it's like a lot of it's just recycled shit. So it's like, all right, whatever.
I thought this thing with Carlos was very funny, the last thing he did. But anyway, no disrespect to Carlos, by the way. But I mean, his editing is really on another level. Sweet milk, really. All right, cool.
So that person is anonymous, right? Like or is there like a face behind the name?
He is anonymous.
Oh, okay.
Then things really didn't mean anything
What
malicious
the
about
hell?
us. Well, he was pissed off, obviously. So, but he could have not, done that name calling. So what? I'm in a, I don't always wear a wife beater, but yeah, I kind of like it because it's comfortable and whatever. Maybe makes me look a little bit macho, whatever. I don't know. Well, that's a Montal, right?
Yeah, very. This one's very good, brother.
Right.
It's like
Do you
a
ever comment?
it's like a
Yeah,
niche.
sometimes.
It's like a niche version of Tommy. Which you see how empty this one is, bro. Like I wear this one to the gym a
Mm,
lot.
yeah. I I do sometimes comment on the jokes if it's something that really kind of I feel is engaging or fun or whatever.
Do you use a burner or are you using your own account?
Well, I use my own account. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean,
there you go. Well, I guess if you're gonna do it, that's the way to do it.
yeah, of course.
See, this is why I know I need to get rid of some of my fragrances, man. Because even like putting them back on the shelf, it's like a pain in the ass. It's like fucking playing Tetris
Mm.
or some shit.
Right. Well, I don't always wear white beer, but it's summer now, so and I don't have a air condition either, so not that I need it here in Norway.
This is a good one. It wasn't. I picked this one up kind of recently.
Wow, that a beautiful bottle, really.
Yeah, it's a unisex fragrance. Very simple, but it's a beautiful amber.
Amber, yeah, amberies. I like amber. Where is Money, bro? He's now. I've seen him on the last couple of Cobble streams. He's back, but
Did
he's got a.
Moneyburner? I thought Moneyburner got exposed for something. I thought that's
But
what happened with Moneyburner. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought happened.
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I mean he has a baby now, so he's a
Oh,
little
he's
busy.
busy. Yeah, that's
Mm,
fair.
yeah, but he did. Oh, Percival, one of my favorites. Wow, man. And I'll stand by that. F.U. Ramsey. He put me to shame in his stream and the chat. Of course, they were really happy to participate because I said I like Percival. I should have known better, of course, than to say that, but I didn't know back then who Ramsey was, what he was like.
Oh,
Thought
because
he was just
he's part of like what the niche snob group, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I like Rich Mitch so much because I guess you could consider him a niche snob, but at the same time, it's like he collects a lot of like discontinued designers as well. And if it wasn't for him, man, I wouldn't have picked this one up, the Cartier Roadster. And if it wasn't for him, what's another one that I picked up based off of his recommendation? Oh, this one right here, which I love, man. I did that full review on it, Dior Dune.
Hmm.
And this is a vintage bottle too, so
By the way,
it's
somebody
a great one.
tried to hop on, but I don't know the name, so I kicked him out. Sorry.
Why
First,
don't you
you
just
gotta.
why don't you just take the chance, boss? It could
No,
prove
I
to
don't
be
like doing
interesting.
that. First,
No?
you gotta identify yourself, pal. And
That's fair.
uh, yeah, I
That's
had a
fair.
few bad experiences. There was this pervert once when me and Kay had our streams. He was doing something very obscene.
Who
That's
was?
enough. Oh, some unknown pervert.
Pervert. Damn.
Yeah, that
Some
was
unknown
just
pervert. That's crazy.
yeah. This
Yeah.
this might be one of those guys. I also had this guy come in once. He was like very Andrew Tate kind of guy. He was like trying to say, well, like, why are you doing this? Whatever. And yeah, you are just. He was calling me beta cock and stuff like that. He was like, where are you from? And I'm like, Bosnia. And he said, oh, that's just another shitty country. We can just bomb it. And it
Damn.
doesn't make any, importance. So, yeah,
I
doesn't
remember
make
when
any.
I remember when Kevin told me that only cucks have couches.
Yeah, pretty original thought.
Right?
I would never meet up with Marge, even if I wanted to. I'm sure she would change her mind in the last second.
Who's that?
Like Margie.
Margie.
Mm,
What do you think about the men in this space, bro? There are a lot of simps in this space, man.
yeah.
They like I'm not saying Margie is or whatever, but they drool for
No,
like women that are like I don't know, man. Like, come on now.
she's a simp target. She's not a simp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. So like some of the men in this
definitely.
space are pretty weak, bro.
Yeah, yeah, there are a lot of simps, definitely. But like, there's a difference between these really harmless, like low key simps and really,
That's
heavy
fair.
simps. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
like some guys, they just like to flirt. They maybe see a good looking woman on stream and they give her compliments, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's respectful. So I don't like women who kind of overreact to that kind of like, as long as it's very contained and respectful, nobody should feel offended. If you write stuff like, I wanna lick
See,
you, whatever.
Jimbo agrees with me, man. Jimbo agrees with me.
Yeah.
A lot of disgusting behavior.
Mm,
So yeah, I agree with that.
yeah.
Is what it is,
Yes.
boss.
So,
I don't
yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
I don't make the rules, man. I just exist in the space.
I would like to meet and more with or the Erica. Boss dislikes her, but she's hot. Well, yeah, I guess she looks good, but not my type.
I will not say anything bad about Erica. Um, the one time I evoked her name, Raph reached out to me.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything too disrespectful. So I mean, I if a man you know, reaches out to another man, he's respectful and he says like, whatever. I can respect that. I wouldn't want no one talking shit, you know what I mean, about my girl. But I mean, she's forward facing, so I guess you open yourself up for critique. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you know what I mean. If it's that
How?
serious, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean. It's not that important
Yeah.
to me.
How did he like message you or call you? What did
Oh,
he
I
do?
don't, I don't have his number like that. He just reached out to me on, think it was, think it was Facebook Messenger, which was interesting because I don't even like reach out to people in the fragrance community on Facebook. So I don't know. That, that
Hmm.
was that was a little strange versus just reaching out on Instagram.
Right.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, I
feel
don't
like
really.
I feel like
I
Dan
think
go I feel like Dan ghosted me for Erica though.
right. Yeah, I think I said enough about her and others, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
There's no point in just keep bashing anybody if you have done it already.
Yeah,
So
I'm not the right guest for that. 'Cause I don't
yeah.
I think it's kind of a hoe move to just sit and bash on women anyway. So you know what I mean. I don't
Hmm.
like simp for them, but I'm not an incel either. So
Yeah. What a Rachel drama. What do you mean? No, I mean, the problem is if you really kind of go after a woman out there who is, let's say, influencer, then you can be accused of being a misogynist, stuff like that. So that's not a tag you want. You want to have.
yeah.
It's,
And if you're not exactly rolling in the ladies, and then you start hating on women, you come across as either like a closeted homosexual or an incel. So
yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Oh, Polo Blue.
this
Hmm.
is a solid blue fragrance, man. This is a
Yeah.
legit solid blue fragrance. This is the parfum. You smelt it, right?
Yeah, I have probably. I
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Another
Pretty
thing
good
I want to
stuff.
say. Yeah, I just feel it's pretty I think, annoying when people get a pass just because they look good, while others who may, I don't know, look a little less great, they kind of get, you know,
Yeah.
mocked for it just because they don't look, great or so. That's what gets me really annoyed. And
Yeah. Are you
but
talking about like
maybe
guys getting mocked or women getting mocked
yeah,
specifically?
both, also
Oh,
women, but especially guys, because we
yeah.
are the less good looking sex. So yeah, I mean, you should always listen to what the person is saying rather than focus on how it looks. Let's say so, but yeah, too many people are immature in this space, and yeah.
What's the
Jimbo,
chat saying?
you are
Rachel
making
is so chill.
things
I
up.
liked
I gotta
Rachel.
time him out. time him out because he's being disrespectful.
Dang, who'd you time out? I was just
Jimbo,
looking at the chat. What do you say? Free speech,
Jimbo
boss.
was saying that I had something to do with Rachel that I didn't. Of course,
Uh, free
that's too
speech,
much.
boss. Free speech.
No, he said that there was some drama with me around me and Rachel, and there never was. We are really have always had a great relationship. So, yep,
Yeah,
she's a very nice lady, very classy. Okay, I got Wanted by Night. That one is
this is
what's
Wanted by Night. This is the
all
only
right.
want. Yeah, this is the only Wanted I have.
Of course, yeah. Silly me.
And
Sorry, Jimbo.
then I have this bad boy. Get that this gigantic bottle, bro.
All right,
And like for a matter of perspective, this is 100 milliliter.
Azaros.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zaro makes some good fragrances, definitely. Some classic ones too. Azaro Chrome, for instance.
I don't have a Zarochrome.
No.
Yeah.
Also, I like that one that Anuj sent me a sample of one of the Givenchy gentlemen. I think the one that has pear, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. I like pear also as a fruit and as a note. Oh,
Beautiful.
Savage,
One
one of
one
Dan's favorites.
one
Yeah,
of my GD favorites right here, bro. I absolutely love this one. I would put this one up against any citrus aromatic fragrance ever released. And this one still stands the test of time, man. I love it
yeah.
so freaking much, man. Like I genuinely love this fragrance. Like there's nothing about this fragrance that I don't enjoy.
Hmm.
I guess that's the
Yeah,
point, right?
Dan.
Is you find a fragrance that you really like.
Yeah. I know Dan also really likes it, by the way. Yeah, Rachel K.
It's good to know Dan doesn't hate me. I wonder if that's like actually
No, he
true.
doesn't hate you for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on with Rachel. I mean, I know the last times I've seen her was in what's his name? Persolace's chat room. Yeah, that's the guy. But he hasn't been streaming lately, so yeah.
I don't really watch his live streams. He's a bit fancy, man. I don't.
Yeah, but what I can say about him, he's nice. I mean, if you even if you don't, if you are not maybe so knowledgeable like I am. For instance, I'm not very knowledgeable about all these these fancy phrases, but
Yeah,
he still will read your messages. That's a good thing.
that's cool.
Mm.
So I was curious.
She,
I don't know if RXL is still here, but he did a video and he said 5 fragrance houses that are bathtub reviewers, and he featured authenticity perfumes, which I was actually surprised about. So I didn't know if there was like some lore behind that or what the reason was. Because I mean, obviously, like I've used about half of this fragrance. I mean, it's not the best fragrance I've ever smelt in the world, but it's not bad quality by any stretch. If you want to talk about so, for example, it's not even on my shelf. So, as a matter of perspective, I got I got these 2 abominations just sitting on like the windowsill. They will never obviously get worn uh, in an actual situation, but as it relates to this one here, like I mean, I think it's pretty solid.
mm.
It's just
By the
straight
way,
pineapple.
yeah, you seem to work out a lot. Your arms seem really toned, and your whole body.
Ooh,
You,
yeah, I work out, bro. What can I say? I
yeah,
work out.
I can see that. She's a great. No, that was old Jimbo trolling the AM. That's why I timed him out. He was going too far. Don't want people to think there's anything any truth to that. Jimbo, the problem when he jokes, he goes too far. He starts making up stuff, and otherwise,
You're worried about the backlash in a sense, right? Or you just don't have any patience for the bullshit at this point.
yeah, I don't have any patience because it's just I don't want. Yeah, of course, I don't want anybody to believe his BS.
Yeah.
Also, but he's a good guy. Otherwise, I know he's a fan of mine and a true fan, and that's important too.
Yeah. I don't think I have any fans. I don't want fans.
Nah, you do. Come on,
No,
I'm a fan.
I don't want fans, man. I just want like I want to build a network, you know what I mean? I want to build a network. I want to get to know people. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't I'm a regular guy, man. You know what I mean? Like fans to say like I want fans kind of implies that I'm like a big deal or something.
Hmm. Why
I mean,
does
I'm
whiskey
not
rip?
judging you, but that's just how I look at it.
Welcome back, Jimbo. By the way, but you see, whiskey Reaper. This is a pattern we've seen from him before. He says he's gonna get on a stream, he doesn't, and then he kind of makes fun of the host in the chat. That's really funny.
Who's he making fun of?
That's No, he's saying something like boss uses a smelly doo-doo wipes and doesn't work. Smelly 977.
Wow. That's like that's like top tier guest kind of commenting right there, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
By the way, Dan, why were you doing an ad for that? Oh, that's pretty kind of, yeah. Disgusting
All
to
right.
put
That's
it
kind
on.
of where I'm at with that one.
Dare you to go on stream, creeper, you coward. All right, now we have the the
Who called him
knives
a
are
coward?
out.
I dare you go on the stream, creeper, you coward. See, and that's the thing, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know.
and that's the
Yeah.
problem. But because me and you are like authentic, it would be hard for him just to sit and have a regular conversation. And it's like, all right, bro.
Reaper got
He can
called
just
out big time.
he can just hop on and point his iPhone 12 at the barbecue pit. He doesn't even have to show his face.
Yeah, it's true.
You know why?
After
Use those doo doo wipes after 5. We know why you use those doo doo wipes. Projecting, bro. Projecting, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. Not gonna lie. You do got to use the dude wipes though. You do gotta use the dude wipes.
right. Yoshi must be in Tesco's, yeah. Or maybe he's asleep. No, I don't think so. Yoshi doesn't really sleep like for most of the weekend, he told me. He wakes up like Friday morning and then just stays awake till like, I don't know, Sunday morning, I guess, or something.
Yeah, I wake up so damn early, bro. So I have to go to bed at a decent hour. Even like some of the late night streams or whatever, I can't stay up and watch them. Look at that juice, bro. This one right here, bro.
Beautiful.
I love
Oh,
it. I absolutely love it. Please
the
tell me you smell
privé.
Privé. Please tell me you smell Privé.
Yeah, I do. I love the coloring and of the bottle itself also really, really
Yeah,
nice.
this is the only 1 million I have. I don't have Lucky. I don't have the original. I don't have any of the newer ones. This is literally the only one, and it's probably the one that strays farthest from the DNA.
Hmm.
Well, but I don't want to take you from your stream, bro. I don't want you to feel like I'm like taking over your
No,
stream,
I
or
mean,
if you just let me know when you're ready to like kick me out, man. I can bounce.
no, I'm going to end it soon anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
I usually do at this time. I mean, 144
yeah.
Mercedes Benz. Nice. Well, okay, I guess we could call it a night or a day where over there where Mike is.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you sharing your platform with me. I really do.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming
I
on. I
smell was not on for
appreciate
you, but he was trying to be bait. I smell was not on for you. He was trying to be bait. I don't know what that means.
it. Yeah,
Uh, bait for
ignore
bait
it.
bait for a reaper to hop on, maybe. I don't know.
Trying to get on eat.
He's talking all that shit.
Oh,
Maybe he is
that
what Dan
one is
said,
nice.
like one of
Yeah,
those like one of those barky dogs. You know what I mean? Because he's barking
yeah,
a lot. He's like barking a shit ton.
yeah. That one is nice. I tried. Ani, Ani. Press, one eye on this stream, and one eye on the ceiling.
There you go. I wish Dan would come back to streaming. I know it's not like he's moved in a different phase of his life, and he's probably a lot busier with the relationship, and yeah. But having, a fodder stream maybe once or twice a month, it wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah, you
He would
need to
just
stream like 2 hours then
but
at least.
but Dan should consider having like guests on, even the controversial ones. I know he has a brand, so I get it. You know what I mean? I get it, but
Yeah, so he's gotta be politically correct. So that's how it goes.
he does yearn for the drama. I know this, man. I
Mm,
absolutely know this. So, because it can be fun. Like too much, it can get. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, but a bit of stimulation never hurt nobody.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Love the brand Nissan. Actually,
Oh,
everybody.
speak of the devil. Not to cut you off. I bought
Right.
this one because of you, Daniel. I bought this one because of Daniel's review of it. It was one of his earlier reviews. I think he was at the bar trying to hit on women or something. I could be wrong. Maybe he was at his house, or maybe he was at a pub. I don't remember. But yeah, I bought this one because of Dan's review.
That's Bentley, right?
Yeah, bro, it's a great cedar fragrance. Cedar, slight touches of oud, very dry pencil shavings, very masculine. Not everybody's gonna like it. Great fall fragrance. Dan had a solid review of it, and then AC Smells Good had a good review of it too.
Yeah. Just want to say that I found out I know everybody pronounces the name as Nishane, but actually in Turkish they say Nishane. So
Nisane.
yeah,
So I'm saying it wrong.
yeah, but you're not the only one.
Nisane.
Yeah, I only found it out. I found out because I kind of used Google Translate to find out what it means, in Turkish.
I need to give this fragrance more wear, man. So when I first started collecting, I
Mm,
was like, "Oh, this fragrance is so damn challenging." But now that I'm a few years in, it doesn't smell challenging at all. It smells actually
yeah.
quite like this. Actually smells like quite regular.
Mm. Oh yeah, the favorite of the of Rich Mitch and yeah, a few other people.
This one's great, man. It's great, bro. This one's really good.
Cool. Well, I think I'll end this stream now anyway.
All right,
Uh,
brother. Well, let me hop off so you can tell everybody bye, man. I really appreciate you
all right,
sharing the stream with me, man.
no
All right,
problem,
bro.
man. Thank you.
Thank y'all, everyone. Later. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day or night or whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Later, bro.
All right, peace, bro. All right, there goes Mike. Maybe it's time. Good night, all. Yeah, thank you for everybody, to everybody that's been here. All right, I'll be probably back next Friday, and yeah, tomorrow, as I said, I'm getting the Seraphim mask, so I'll do a review of it right away. Okay, see you guys. Have a nice week. All right, ciao. Yeah, I will. No, not now. I'm too tired. Sorry. Been streaming for almost two hours now. Nah, I gotta stop. Okay. Yes. Bye.